the boss.
Oh, yeah. Hey!
Hi, welcome to the Berlin Open Stage Show, everybody. I'm Trevor.
I'm Stentor, and this is the show, the Berlin Open Stage Show, the Boss Podcast, which usually happens on stage where we invite anyone to record their own live podcast episode. We're doing it now over Zoom. Anyone can sign up, and we have no control over who we put on the air.
Yeah, and so we get, shows that cover all kinds of topics. We get master classes, we get Berlin nightlife updates, we get just a lot of film stuff recently, but we also get some exclusive stuff like this, for example.
Oh my God.
Exclusive episode.
I couldn't believe it. We checked our sign-in sheet, and, usually it's, somebody we know. But this moment for this guest and just the exclusivity and wow, I can't believe it.
Yeah. So I guess let's just get the cat out of the bag. So, it comes with some great sadness that we have to announce that the famous electronic music duo Daft Punk is breaking up.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, they announced this sort of with a cryptic video. But, I've been a fan all my life. I've seen them. I saw them in concert in Belgium in 2007.
That must have been incredible.
That was amazing. It redefined, growing up in Iceland, what kind of like a concert could be, what a club experience could be, even though it was outdoors. It was mind-blowing. And I've always loved their stuff, and they are, of course, a great inspiration for electronic music.
Yeah, so when we saw that they didn't sign the sign-up sheet, they put a QR code on it.
Yeah.
Because I think they're kind of not human, or there's something going on there.
Yeah.
Sure.
Apparently these are two French guys. They must named Thomas Bangalter and Guy-Manuel de Homem-Christo or something like that.
That's correct.
But it's supposedly French. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong or whatever. But, they only appear with these robot masks on.
Yeah,
and
super secretive about everything.
That's how they're going to appear as well in the video accompanying this podcast. If you go to the channel, the Berlin Open Stage Show channel on YouTube, you can see the video where they...
Yeah. And so, I don't want to talk all about it because this is like unprecedented amount of information that they talk about in this interview with each other.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. So I guess, yeah.
Just announcing why they quit. Here's Daft Punk. Well, hello everyone. This is Thomas Bangalter here of Daft Punk, formerly of Daft Punk.
Yes, and Guy-Manuel here as well.
Yes, it's very good to be with you here, our fans, on this special announcement.
Yeah, it's wonderful to celebrate the end of our long collaboration and the beautiful music we make and party we do and dancing and fun having and
absolutely. This is something that a lot of people have been asking us about. Is why did you quit?
Newsflash, surprise, spoiler alert. We have quit. Daft Punk is no more.
Daft Punk not happening anymore.
No more Daft Punk shows at Coachella or in the discotheques.
No.
Maybe our music will be there, but not us.
Yes, I think our music will perhaps live on if people are interested still in playing it. But our performance, we have not performed live for quite a while now, but also not released an album for like 8 years or something. But
something like this.
Other than that, we were going strong up until last week or whatever when we announced.
Yeah, it was very spontaneous decision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we like to talk because we cannot explain in simple terms how this came to be. We did give the hint of the ending to our film Elektromar, which was a very long, slow film where nothing happened and it didn't have Daft Punk music in it.
Not until the end, when then it has some of the chorus from Touch.
Yes,
no?
yes, I believe, and you say there.
I like how we both believe we have total creative control over our own work, but we do not remember.
I mean,
this.
I myself have not been able to rewatch that film since it came out. It is too traumatizing.
No.
I mean, our heads are all messed up in that film. It's melting heads and it's crazy.
Yes, for me, when I look in the mirror, I see, of course, what I look at now on the Zoom screen. I see my robot face.
Of course. And just to so we don't blow by it, when you said there instead of our earlier, it's because now we consider Daft Punk to be an entity separate from us. We say Daft Punk, they did something great. We are not Daft Punk anymore. No. We are just Thomas and Guy-Manuel. Thomas and Guy-Manuel, the old boys from France who used to be together in a punk band and do guitar music.
Oui. Yeah, so maybe we start, go back to when we met and what that was like for us. And so we met, we were in a band and it was a really fun time for me.
Great time. And I think that is the only way to explain this is by going through all of it. And the band times were fun. We got a bad review saying that our music sounded like Daft Punk. This is some Daft Punk, and we
sort of funny.
Yeah. We thought this is funny. This being funny will be the career-defining thing for us.
Yes, because when I heard this, I don't remember what we exactly were talking about, but I remember thinking, this Daft. What is Daft? Even?
It's stupid.
What is what?
Stupid.
Ah, okay. So we were being called stupid punk. Okay.
Imbecile music. And, I'm glad that, a lot of the people that followed in our footsteps with the EDM music in America really literally followed up on that promise of making idiot music.
Yes. We did not intend to have this effect necessarily, but no one really ever knows what effect they have when they are a young artist and making music. And so we were doing this and this was very fun. But then at a certain point we felt dissatisfied, maybe that we were considered stupid. We're not cool enough.
Not cool, and we were listening to a lot of house music from the United States, and we took house music and we made Homework, the album Homework. It's a play on words. Again, we have always considered ourselves comedians first and not musicians.
No, and some people probably, there's a play on words, yes. But at the time, we were both also studying in school.
Yes, we were.
And so this was literally started as homework. We just labeled it homework and we turned it in.
We were taking a class in electronic music that turned out to be a scam scheme. And it was about how we make electronic music, and we all bought computers and samplers, and we brought them into the classroom. And he said, well, now you leave without all these things, and you go do your homework. You go do music out in the nature. We all left, went outside, started banging on trees and rocks and singing. We came back, all our equipment had been stolen.
Yeah. It was a disaster, to say the least. But then we discovered that if we both we had a computer that we were sharing in the bibliothèque in the library of the school.
Oui.
We discovered that there was a speech to text. Text to speech. And we just started playing around with this, and so we were typing in what are our dreams. Our dreams are to travel all around the world.
Yes, that is what we ended on, but we tried a lot of different things. Sex with two girls was the first thing I typed in. Didn't feel good in the rhythm.
No.
But
eventually we found all kinds of fun ways, and this became a very important part of our collaboration.
Yes, we would.
The computer.
Computer. We would type all these things into the text-to-speech thing, and we would scare our friends, make them think a robot was around the corner.
If you have never experienced this, maybe our music is a little scary sometimes, but it's not so scary because it's more fun and disco kind of music. But if you've never heard the text-to-speech, it's a terrifying concept.
Yes, imagine a cave person first hearing text-to-speech. It's very scary. And that is the experience for a lot of people in rural France in the 90s. Is that they hear someone, they come around the corner and they hear, all your base belong to us in text-to-speech. It's very frightening.
Very frightening.
And they go, ooh la la, and they drop the baguette and everything, and they run away. And then, of course, we have a baguette to eat because we were broke from the losing all our money on the equipment.
I mean, this was how we ate as young artists. But this album ended up almost by accident, perhaps, being very, very influential and successful.
It's very popular around the world, of course, big hit. And Daft Punk. And then we had one song called Teachers, where we...
clearly a homework assignment.
Homework assignment, very similar. But we mention all these names of the electronic musicians that we liked. And we count them all up, Paul Johnson and DJ Sneak and all these people that nobody has ever heard about outside the context of this song.
No, we when we turned this in for homework, the teacher looked at us and said, "Who are these people?" And we said, "These are our teachers. You are not our teacher."
Yes, absolutely.
And so this was our last day of school.
Yeah. These are then he gave us a failing grade for it.
Yes.
It was we flunked out of electronic music school, which is crazy because I mean all our equipment was stolen, but we kept going to class.
We're sort of the opposite of guerrilla. Artists who steal to make their work. I remember Werner Herzog once saying in the quote that he stole all of his filmmaking equipment from his school in Bavaria. But we were the opposite. Everything was stolen from us, and we just kept going.
Absolutely, and I don't consider our sampling to be stealing, so to speak.
No.
It is an homage. It's a French word. I don't know if you have that, if you are English speaking and listening to this, but I mean, that is what we are doing. We are crediting these teachers and these Barry Manilow and all these people that we sample from. Of course, nobody has ever heard of any of them either, but they only know our music. That is unfortunate. There's nothing we can do at this point.
Yeah, but I guess so. Then we worked on some very exciting music videos as well during this time for this album. We worked with our friend Michel Gondry, doing Around the World, as well as our good friend Spike Jones for The Funk.
Yes, and we have always been, skipping forward in time, we have always been very interested in filmmaking. We made the piece of shit Electroma, of course, and then we also made music for Tron Legacy. Yeah, we had a cameo appearance, little bit of a sneak behind the camera, behind the scenes. This is not actually us in the helmets in that scene because we are both very weird sizes.
Yes. So this was a fun fact, actually. This was actually because in this film, Tron Legacy, you also have Jeff Bridges coming back to play his old character from the original, if I'm not mistaken. And so they thought they would make it cheaper, and they had Jeff Bridges play both of us in Tron Legacy. Sort of, shoot him with one helmet and then shoot him with another.
Absolutely. In fact, Jeff Bridges plays every character in Tron Legacy. This is not something that people know. And he plays the Olivia Wilde character as well.
This is true.
And Michael Sheen.
What also people don't know is that we took this concept of Jeff Bridges, and because Jeff Bridges is, believe it or not, a concept.
It's a concept.
And we applied it, so when we tour, Jeff Bridges is playing our show.
Yes. In fact, we have not been in this pyramid or anything. It's always Jeff Bridges and a big mirror. So there's, in fact, two Jeff Bridges. That man is tired at this point.
Yes. I mean, he is the dude.
He is the dude. So, he abides to this. But
and this is our favorite movie. I mean, The Big Lebowski is very influential.
Big influence on us.
Work.
Yeah, it's Big Lebowski.
Yes, absolument.
But then after homework, after these videos, strange videos with Michel Gondry and Spike Jonze, made us think that we could in fact direct
the movie. And they were too weird, I think, for us.
Yeah, too weird. We thought,
Michel Gondry, I don't know what he is thinking sometimes with these
every thought of his is inside another thought that is inside another thought.
Absolutely.
And we thought, let's make something that is weird in a completely different way, and made our movie Electroma, of course, where we are walking just constantly through landscapes.
Yes.
And again, Jeff Bridges played the two robots.
Yes, but this was, he loved to work on this because he loves the desert and landscapes and all these things.
And he was picturing himself as the tumbling weed from The Big Lebowski.
Oui.
He was singing that over while he was walking, the tumbleweeds. We did think about getting Sam Elliott to be a part of the movie as well as the stranger.
Oui, and this would have been incredible, but unfortunately it did not work out.
Yes, the Coen brothers gave us a cease and desist because we were going to call it Big Lebowski 2.
We also did kind of entertain the idea that it would be called the Big Lebowski, like because it's robots.
Yeah, it's also because it's humor. It's funny.
Yes, play on words is fun.
And John Turturro was very mad that he wasn't a part of this film, so he blackmailed the Coen brothers into getting to make his own sequel about a pedophile called Jesus Quintana or whatever he's called.
I think the Jesus Rolls.
Yes, Jesus Rolls
or something. But we are getting distracted maybe. So after homework, we become a little bit more well-known and we get success. And so we start to work on Discovery.
Yes, that's also a pun. Disco, very much...
because this is what the album is disco.
It's very disco.
And it's very disco.
Yes. And we, of course, got a cease and desist letter from the Discovery Channel and also from NASA. But luckily we had made some money. We had some lawyers at that point. We were recovering from our great financial destitution after our class.
Oui. But this album, I think we were really skyrocketed to international fame with this one. One More Time. Maybe was the most popular song when it was on the radio at the time.
Absolutely, and it is sort of subliminal messaging as well, because you hear it and then you immediately call the radio station and you say, "Can you play one more time, one more time?"
One more time.
And then the DJ at the radio station will have that in his head, and he will again play it one more time, one more time. And in fact, most of the songs from that album were subliminal messaging. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger was a message to my then girlfriend about what I would like to do, when we are in private.
Oui. So it was very personally subliminal. It was not meant for anyone else's ears, but your own partner.
Absolutely. And then she, of course, got to make her own song on the record, Face to Face, which is also what she wanted to do in private, but I would not allow it.
No. But for me, I could not listen to One More Time very much because it was just everywhere. And we are quite serious artists. Maybe people don't know because they cannot. They see just the robot mask. They think, ha ha ha.
They are probably smiling constantly under this.
Constantly must be very funny.
Yeah.
But one more time, it's time to celebrate. Yeah, one more time, we're gonna celebrate. Yeah, don't stop the music. Whatever. This nonsense. We don't subscribe to this.
No, we like rest and relaxation, and we do not want the party to go on forever like this.
No.
We in fact under our helmets we are always pouting, hoping that the party will be over very quickly. But again, we are deadpan comedians. We do deadpan comedy, so
Oui.
It's not supposed to be all smiles and giggles.
Yeah, oui. And so now, this is probably a moment in our career where we started to record less. I mean, we did not record too many albums. I think we played a lot of shows. I mean, people wanted to see us all the time. I mean, everyone is saying, I want to see Daft Punk. I want to see Daft Punk. LCD Sound System is saying Daft Punk is playing at my house. I
mean,
and
we did. That is actually based on a true story because we broke into James Murphy's house. That was something we did in New York. We went into his apartment and we played a concert for nobody but us. And he was very mad when he came home.
Oui. Yeah, the song is, it may sound like he is hosting a party where Daft Punk is playing, but in reality, this was what he wishes would have happened, but we did it kind of our own way.
Yes, the first line of the song is actually based on the first line of his 911 call, which was Daft Punk is playing at my house. And
my house.
My house.
Where? Which house?
My house. And the 911 operator, he was like, I do not believe you. And then he kept repeating, my house. And that's where the song, in fact, comes from.
Yeah. It was a dangerous moment for us. People don't know this, but James Murphy seems very nice, likable. He is very angry when you play secret shows that he's not there, because you know this the song that he has, Losing My Edge. He was there. He always says this. I was there. When he's not there, he's very angry.
He has not lost his temper, or the opposite of that. In fact, he had lost his temper. And that was the original title of Losing My Edge, is I Have Lost My Temper. That song was also about us.
Oui. And I mean, lots of references in LCD Sound System to us when they came out with their own final album. This is happening. This was a reference to when he walked in the door and he saw that Daft Punk was playing.
I mean, this guy should make his own song called Teachers and just make it about us, because all of his songs are based on us.
Oui, but I think he did this with this New York, I love you, but you're bringing me down. This is kind of his teacher, where he talks about the like a rat in a cage and minimum wage and all these kind of things. These are his teachers, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
But we talk about James Murphy
way too much. We next album, just before our famous tour Alive, which changed music forever in a very positive way. We can all agree, and it's not something that we constantly regret on unleashing upon the world. It's sort of culture of lowest common denominator music. We like this. Yeah, we made an album called Human After All.
Oui, because there was some confusion, I think. Mostly this was a sort of an answer to a question.
Yes, by lawyers. A lot of lawyers were saying, we do not have to pay them any money. They are not human people. They are machines. And therefore, the record company did not want to pay us anything. The radio station said, we don't owe these machines. These are functioning on the benefit of humanity, and not entities that you can expect to want a living wage.
Oui. And so once we discovered that we could clarify all this from legal repercussions, we also thought that some maybe we can cash in a little bit, perhaps. And so something like Technologic, we of course gave the rights to Apple to do advertisement.
Another song title based on a portmanteau. We are, of course, French. That's why we love portmanteaus. These are our words.
We love techno, we love technology, and we love logic.
Yes, logic, very smart thing to think about, logic. So Technologic, Apple they use this and it becomes a big hit. They are completely oblivious to the text of this song. Buy it, use it.
They hear touch it.
Buy it, use it, break it.
This is absolutely subversive.
Is what we thought at the time, but in fact, this is also subliminal messaging because of this forced obsolescence that they do with the equipment. They make computers that immediately break down 5 years into their lifetime. And in fact, what inspired them, we were the teachers to Steve Jobs at this time. And he credited us for this innovation of planned obsolescence.
Oui, exactement. And and then we were also in this relationship with Apple. We sort of we led the way maybe for you two to become maybe the Apple spokespeople. Because we did not want to be the Apple spokespeople. We just it was financially convenient for us.
We were very involved in the creation of the viral video Daft Punk, where a woman is showing her hands dancing to Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
Oui. How could we not talk about Kanye?
Oh,
now,
Kanye.
With Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger.
Now, this was a very comfortable collaboration. There was nothing confusing at all in the way.
No, and we should say we have a certain we get along with Kanye very well. We have similar politics. We of course were both at the Capitol.
Of course, we were at the Capitol, but not wearing our masks, so nobody recognized us. The FBI has been posting our faces on Twitter, asking if anyone knows who we are, and nobody knows. And then they post...
And we are, of course, both wearing Daft Punk shirts.
Yes, and nobody is picking up on it. And
they are sort of Daft Punk shirts that look like the sports team logo on the front with the back that says Guy-Manuel and Thomas. And,
it's crazy. Nobody has picked up on it. And then some...
And it's 1 and 0, of course.
The binary code. And then they post this no-name comedian, Jay Johnston, and everybody is like, I know who this guy is.
Losing their minds. They will lose their minds if they knew that it was us. And of course we were there because we wanted to maybe see if we could make the new national anthem to be Get Lucky.
Oui, it's exactement. We do believe that America would be a better place if everybody
if it was up all night
to get lucky. Up all night to have fun, up all night to get some. And Pharrell, of course, a close personal friend. We had the idea for the hat. But it was supposed to be a helmet, but he misunderstood. We said you should hide your face under this big thing, but he put it on top of his head.
And then he stole this idea. He did not even do it for our video. He did it for Happy, which is a song we had no part of because we do not relate to
happiness at all. Even though,
but we've jumped ahead. Maybe we go to the album so Random Access Memories, which was inevitably our last album.
We's. I was mixing yes and we together. This is what it's like being such a citizen of the world. The thing with this album is that we were trying to go back to the roots of music. We had completely destroyed all sensibilities in America for music that is made by anything other than computer.
Absolument.
So we say, okay, let's get these teachers back here. Let's get Nile Rodgers to play guitar. Let's get Paul Williams to sing. And
of course, later we talked to Giorgio.
Oh, of course, Giorgio. How could...
And this was my favorite experience of the thing of talking. We just interviewed him, and then we kind of just played little music for fun.
we after a long interview, we mostly used just him saying his name was kind of the main thing, and very cut up segments of his interview that didn't really reveal anything about him.
Yes, and it was the most important thing for us was that the line that really summarized what we wanted him to say the most was when he says, my friends just call me Jojo.
Oui, and this is something that I believe the public did not know.
No.
Everyone called him Hans-Jürgen Moroder, which we wanted to correct in our song.
Oui, so we make sure they call him Jojo Moroder. But there was also, this album was maybe, they're very, very conceptual.
Oui, and we thought, okay, all these kids are making music and they have these cheap computers now to make beats and they all sound exactly the same, which we love because we are very happy about the destruction we wrought upon music that everyone hears now, and it's kind of a race to the center. We are very happy with this. But in this album, we wanted to show that we are rich at this point. So we get very expensive.
This was our entire creative inspiration.
Yeah. And we hire all these Julian Casablancas and
Panda Bear,
all these big name artists to perform. Pharrell, of course. And we get the most expensive equipment. When we interviewed Giorgio, we had 15 different mics in front of him just to kind of flex.
And this was a really special type of setup technologically. Of course, we only ended up using Zoom recording because we're not happy with the quality from the 15 microphones, and so we had he was holding in his own hand a little Zoom recorder, and this was what we used in the
Yes, the old Zoom, the recording device, not the video conferencing.
No, not this.
That
this would be very
of
difficult.
course we are Zooming now because we have decided never to meet in person again.
No.
And of course the name of the album, another pun, Random Access Memories, play on RAM. Originally, it was supposed to be Random Access Memories, play on REM, and it was supposed to be only covers of REM songs. The Sidewinder Sleeps Tonight. It's the end of the world,
it was also
as we know it.
A sort of play on words originally, also for one of our favorite bands. Maybe people don't know REO Speedwagon.
Oui. Most of our most of the bands that we like start with RE.
Oui.
So this is a little tidbit for you to listen to.
Oui. And we won't say the name of these bands, but you can probably figure out many of them.
Oui, just if you go to Google,
and type RE music.
Band RE, and you mostly get up things like band resistance workout, band
the replacement,
band rehearsal space. But if you try hard enough, then you will probably find some more examples.
Exactly.
And then we helped The Weeknd. The Weeknd.
Oui. Do you want to talk about this? For me, this is a blur.
Of course, because he refuses to collaborate with anyone unless their faces are completely numb for cocaine use and other drugs, substances.
Oui.
We are older men at this point. It's very hard for us to use these many drugs while we are producing music.
Oui. But this, was special, and I think for us was maybe when we realized maybe we are now the teacher.
We are the teachers of this weekend. We are the Friday to this weekend. Fun. Looking forward to the weekend.
Oui. Sort of Friday. Got to get down on the Friday, kind of.
And that is actually another tidbit, is that we made this song
Yes, we produced for Rebecca Black a Friday song.
Rebecca Noir, as she was originally known. French speaking lady.
Yes, she is a very talented French actress. So she plays this American
much younger.
teenage.
Play like with French cinema. These women. We don't care which age they are while they are doing this. So,
and actually, maybe we can even deconstruct this myth of Rebecca Black even further. But Friday was actually a deep fake.
Yeah, that is true. It's the first example of deep fake technology.
Yeah, many people don't realize that this was a deep fake.
Steve Jobs was heavily involved in this.
Oui. This was a sort of a posthumous project for Steve, where he said in his last will and testament that the Rebecca Black deepfake video will come out.
That is true, and a lot of people believe that the process of making it is exactly what killed him. Preparing this video, not the cancer, which he insisted that he could take care of without any medicine, is what killed him in the end. But we have the Rebecca Black Friday song, and that is "The World is Better Off That Way."
So now we have covered our whole careers, and maybe we talk a little bit about why we are no longer going to be Daft Punk, as well as what we look forward to do.
That is true, and I feel it is clear from this that we have learned at this point that we are sort of dinosaurs. We are
sort of dinosaur teachers. We're teaching paleontology.
Yes, that is what we have. We have both got separate teaching positions at university.
And so our sort of our dream maybe is that we become even more experts in paleontology, and we can I read a book about you can find million-year-old DNA of dinosaurs inside of mosquitoes in Costa Rica or in other parts of the tropics, and so we maybe will. With our money from Daft Punk, we buy an island. We make a Daft Punk park.
Yes, we might make that sort of park. I think a lot of people look to us for they are futuristic. This is what future music sounds like. We brought the future to the 90s, etc., etc. But now we are looking as far back as possible. How can we bring the past to the future? And not a lot of people know this, but these dinosaurs are, in fact, very big and very exciting.
Many people don't know this. These dinosaurs are, in fact, very big.
This is something that is can easily be brought to the stage. We can make a concert with these dinosaurs. People come to the island. They come to Daft Punk Park. Daft Punk music is playing.
The Daft Park.
The Daft Park.
Which is just a stupid park.
Idiot Park, Imbecile Park. We went through some ideas for that, but people will go to Idiot Park and they will see a concert where they are standing in front of a big live dinosaur while our music is playing. And, they will be very exciting. Maybe we'll start a new wave. Maybe all the DJs in America will have their own dinosaur.
Yes, a full-grown dinosaur.
They'll have the Velociraptor chasing them around Coachella. Maybe Burning Man will have, Triceratops, hitting people.
It will be sort of Eating Man, I think. Maybe
yes, it
more.
will be, a man if he had lived at the same time as the dinosaurs.
Because this was something I learned as we made music and became paleontologists, is that the Velociraptors were very, very intelligent. And if they had opposable thumbs, they could have built cities. So they would build the city in the desert.
That's true, and they can also make drugs, I assume, for the people to consume at this festival.
And this is our end goal.
End goal is a lot of people running around in the desert, high off their butts, being chased by fearsome dinosaurs. And following that, we have hired Jeff Bridges to do one more Tron movie, and this one is called Tron Destruction. In this one, he is actually devised a beam, shoots into the space, and pulls a giant meteor towards the desert. destroying everything in its path and killing off all the dinosaurs.
Exactement. So this is how we will conclude our real collaboration when Jeff Bridges pulls in an asteroid with a laser giant beam, gravity beam, and we kill all the dinosaurs in the desert. Big spectacle, and then we emerge and we play one more time.
Because time is cyclical, we have found. And all of this, of course, are not done under the name of Daft Punk because we have discarded that.
No. Do you want to say maybe what we will be performing under, or leave it a surprise?
Well, if you feel like we should admit to it, then that is very exciting to me.
Well, okay. I guess maybe fans of Dr. Seuss will be happy to know we are performing under Thing 1 and Thing 2.
That's true. And we are, in fact, the people who started the campaign to have Dr. Seuss cancelled.
Oui, this was a very important campaign for us.
Yes, because then we can use these concepts from him.
Yes, because we are working on the concept that when you are cancelled, your work immediately goes into the public domain.
That's true. And if anyone tries to cancel us, they will, of course, own the entire catalog of Daft Punk if they want.
But this is already everything we have done has been stolen from us,
yes.
Because we have stolen from everyone.
That's true.
Because we are the teachers, we are the students, we are the teachers.
Yes, that is kind of our philosophy is that we are all in different classrooms which will eventually be destroyed and then rise again from the dirt in a new beautiful utopia.
Oui.
So that is the end of our little chat. I feel like this is the most honest we have ever been.
We never talked about our career very much, but this we should be honest with everyone. We will never speak to each other again.
Yes, it is the end of that. We have a plan that has been laid out perfectly, and it will go off without a hitch.
No, it is sort of it's a magic trick, maybe like a prestige kind of thing, I think, where they will wonder, well, how do they do this without collaborating, without speaking? But we do not need to speak.
Absolutely. I think the first album Homework was the pledge, and then a live tour was the turn, and then we will have the prestige when...
With Daft Punk.
Daft Punk and the death of destruction of all humanity.
Oui, exactly.
Okay, so thank you very much. We will now go remain in our respective underground bunker castles.
Rooms.
These are bunker castle tombs that we will remain in while humanity is destroyed.
Oui. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Wow.
Whoa.
I mean,
that was crazy.
I mean, I'm just reimagining recontextualizing their entire career, kind of. The way they would do themselves with their music and these mashups that they made live, and just reimagining like what it could be, and this is what I'm seeing now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan of electronic music, but I love Daft Punk, and I'm gonna be like probably going back and now knowing a lot more about their music now, and I'm really excited for what they're gonna do in the future.
Yeah, absolutely trying to stay abreast of what's gonna happen there, because I think it might affect all of us.
But the thing that I think shocked me the most, that I have to go back and watch Tron, because I did not realize that Jeff Bridges played every character.
We want to thank, apart from thanking Daft Punk, of course, for choosing our podcast as the venue for this major announcement / threat, I guess. We want to thank the band Banglist who make the intro song. I mean, I'm sure they're Daft Punk fans as well.
Yeah.
And
we should get Daft Punk to remix our theme song.
Oh. We should use this opportunity to do that. How cool would that be? Yeah. But they've broken up, so,
Yeah, they wouldn't do that.
Bear Radio, they host our podcast online, and other podcasts too. Check them out. I don't know if they have Daft Punk as guests, but, it's probably good. And Comedy Cafe Berlin, it's no, Coachella, but, they do these great comedy shows there when they're open. So check them out.
Yeah. And thank you all.
Yeah, I got to go lie down after this, I think.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Berlin. It's the Berlin Open Stage Show.
the bar.